U.S. President Donald Trump is deploying dozens F-35 fighter jets to Puerto Rico to intensify the fight against drug cartels, sources said Friday. This comes amid escalating U.S. military operations in the Caribbean, which have fueled tensions with Venezuela, which the U.S. accuses of narco-terrorism. The U.S. Air Force is sending F-35 fighter jets to Puerto Rico as part of the fight against drug cartels. Sources familiar with the matter said, as tensions with Venezuela rise over Washington's military buildup in the Caribbean. News of the fighter jet deployment comes a day after Venezuelan F-16 seconds flew close to a U.S. Navy destroyer operating in the Caribbean, the latest escalation in tensions between Venezuela and the United States. The aircraft will join U.S. warships already deployed to the southern Caribbean as Trump increases pressure on Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, whom the U.S. accuses of leading drug cartels. Tensions have escalated in recent days after the Pentagon said 2 Venezuelan military aircraft flew near a U.S. Navy ship in international waters on Thursday in a highly provocative move. U.S. forces on Tuesday blew up a suspected drug-transporting vessel in the Caribbean that Trump said belonged to Tren de Aragua, a Venezuelan criminal organization he has linked to Maduro, killing 11 people. The Marine Corps was the first service to declare its version of the F-35 combat ready and appears poised to be the first to deploy the aircraft in combat. Marine Corps Air Station became the first overseas base to operate the F-35 last year. The F-35B is designed for short takeoffs and vertical landings, allowing it to take off from the USS Essex, a ship much smaller than a modern U.S. aircraft carrier. The incorporation of the F-35B, a formidable aircraft built to support the Marine Corps, into the USS Essex Amphibious Ready Group, ARG, is a very significant boost for me and my team, Captain Gerald Olin, commander of Amphibious Squadron 1 and Commodore of the Essex ARG Marine Expeditionary Unit, told USNI News in early September. This aircraft enhances battlefield awareness through data fusion and the ability to share information with ships and onboard combat control systems. So it's really an extension of our sensors, and it also provides a greater lethality increase than previous generation aircraft, he added, calling it a game changer. The high-tech F-35 fighter jets are being deployed to an airfield in Puerto Rico, a U.S. Caribbean territory of more than 3 million people, according to a U.S. source who spoke on condition of anonymity. Maduro, a fiery leftist whose last election in 2024 was deemed illegitimate by Washington, has denounced the U.S. military buildup as the greatest threat our continent has faced in the last 100 years. The department plans to send 30 to 40 crew members to Marine Corps Air Station Beaufort in South Carolina for F-35B firefighting and handling training, said Lieutenant Commander Matthew Miller. While amphibious assault ship deck crews are already skilled at handling fixed-wing and rotary-wing aircraft, the JSF presents some unique challenges.